Hello, I'm talking to York Zucchi. York, you've been such a great mentor to me, and I've learned a lot. But I thought that maybe what I want to ask you is advice that you have for entrepreneurs, first-time startups.
Okay, first-time startups,
Yeah.
because entrepreneur is such a broad
Sure,
bucket of
sure.
from the innovator to the university students to the startup to the growing
Sure,
business. So,
yeah.
and I say that because that's an underlying point often people forget. At different phases of your life cycle, you need different things
Yeah.
from the world. If
Sure.
you are a startup, I find that too many startups spend inordinate amount of their time looking for funding. They spend 1, 2, 3
I've been in
years
that trap myself.
looking for
Absolutely,
funding.
yeah.
And yes, the funding is important, and I fully appreciate that without funding, some startups, for example, in manufacturing or technologies, can't get any traction. But here's where I would counter that and say, spend 30% of your time on your R&D, on your product and your service. And spend 30% of your time on funding avenues, which includes networking, building relationships. Nobody
Gotcha.
funds you on day one.
Yeah.
It's like a relationship. They want to start trusting you because
Show a prototype, make them comfortable.
But
Gotcha.
also you, at this phase of business, you are the person where they're investing in. They're not investing in your idea.
Correct.
They're investing in you, so they need to trust you. So you can't just walk into a VC and hope for money. And then spend the remainder, the 40%, on finding clients. Now, if you are just a startup, it's unlikely you have a product or service that's market ready. But
Gotcha.
you might find, for example, that you have a drone that you would like to buy because you've got a great way to monitor remote fences on a cattle farm.
Okay.
Or you want to see if a watering system of crops is working. Wouldn't it be much cheaper if you could fly a drone from the farmer's house once 20 minutes across the whole fence, and you can see if the watering holes are working?
Gotcha.
So why not post to the world and say, hey world, I am an entrepreneur, an innovator, a startup with an innovative way to check if water is working, whether cattle are not being stolen and so forth. And I'm looking for a farmer to test this with. Farmers
Gotcha.
often have a lot of resources. They might end up being your sponsor, your funding.
And it may
in the
also be
initial
the
phase.
first client, obviously.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. That's for this clip, but we're going to talk a lot more. That's York Zucchi giving us some tips and hints around things that entrepreneurs can do, and particularly startups. We're going to talk a lot more, so look out for the other clips as well.